You're very, very low, but you're good enough for now. We'll make it happen.
Yes.
All right, here we go.
The Lunsby Show with
T-Bone.
And chick brew.
Let's God bless. All these years, just get it right one time.
What do you want from me?
40 years they've been trying. You couldn't fire somebody if they were horrible, doing a terrible job for the veterans. And now you can say you're fired.
Okay. No one listens to radio.
And now for a quick disclaimer.
The Lunsby Show with
T-Bone
And chick brew.
is brought to you by nobody. We have no sponsors.
The show is still rated G.
For Gloria.
Hi, hello, my friend. How are you?
I'm sunburnt. Oh,
You're a little crispy. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, T-Bone. That's my friend Chick Brew. We are coming to you live once again. And as a reminder, this is what it's all about. She lives in southern Spain. I live in central Pennsylvania. We get together once a week and we talk about things. And this week, we're going to be talking about people. Lots of people. But we're going to get things started with your sunburn. How did this happen?
well, I don't know, because I put on sunscreen. I put it on my whole body.
Uh-huh.
And then I went outside into nature, boo. And yeah, I'm sure you could see right here.
Got a little bit of a line there, but that doesn't look like
Yeah.
burnt. That looks like tan.
No, it's burnt.
Okay.
That hurts. To touch the skin causes discomfort. And then I have been doing Rupert's rehabilitation in the pool, which involves being in the pool.
In the sun, in the pool.
In the sun.
Yes.
Because ideally, you do it at the heat of the day when the pool's the warmest.
Yes.
I'm a crispy critter.
How's little Rupert doing, by the way?
Actually, he's doing much better.
Okay.
On Wednesday, we went to get a anti-inflammatory shot, which also somehow has a neurological effect. I don't know. Dr. Javier is a magician. So he got his shot, and that was supposed to help take some of the sting away from the physical therapy. But today, Rupert has been sassy, swishing his butt when he walks.
Oh,
That was on
sassy
Wednesday.
in a good way.
Yeah, so the pain medicine has worn off at this point. Jumping up for his food like he's never been fed, sitting on his hind legs, like all the weight.
I find it funny if a male dog is sashaying.
He's
That is not normal. That is not normal behavior for a male dog. When I had the privilege of walking Rosa and Zeus together, she was definitely sashaying. She was swagging that thing back and forth like you wouldn't believe. But he was not sashaying. He was a manly mutt. He was walking with the power of a dog that is a masculine dog, and she's over there just
Rupert walks like a
swishing it.
dancing horse. That's like the only thing I could think that compares. Like when he is feeling like he's about to like start running, you know how the farrier horses do the
little prance, yeah.
Yeah, that's what he does. I'm like, oh, he's feeling better about his leg. So we're just working on building up those muscles. It still has a little shimmy in it. Like it's still like you could tell it's tired. It's a tired leg, but he's getting there. We keep doing it. Everything in my house smells like the pool. And wet dog.
Do you ever find yourself sashaying?
I sashay all the time.
On purpose?
I think I just do it naturally.
So
Because I'm walking and I'm like, these hips are not lying. They are going places today.
So I try to be aware of what other people are thinking of me, if that makes any sense at all. But I work with a lot of women, and this is new. This is still new to me. I never worked with a lot of women. I worked in a very male environment throughout my entire adult life. But now I work with women, and I hate when I am walking behind them because I go out of my way to make sure that if they were to check on me, I'm not checking them out. I'm not being weird about it. So I'm like, looking at the floor, looking at the wall while I still walk forward. But I can't help but notice that these same women that I have seen walking down these same hallways in the past, if I am behind them, those hips don't lie. They definitely, there is definitely a walk that they have when there's no one behind them, and there is a walk that they have when someone is behind them. And I, having not that option, I don't have that option. I have one walk. It's slow and geriatric and directional. I don't sashay at all. I move myself down the hallways. And I'm just curious if it's instinctual when they're...
I don't know. I've never really thought that much about it. But now I'm going to. Now I'm afraid I'm going to sashay inappropriately. And then... I don't know. Right now, there is no sashaying. I did so many sports last week.
You're getting out there and being so athletic.
But I'm not athletic. Just see my story. I touched the ball. It was an accidental ball touch. And then my teammate kicked the ball straight at my head. And instead of doing the soccer player thing and heading it, I did the boxer thing and got my face out of the way.
That's good. That's good training.
Yeah, but my legs, they hurt so badly from all of the running and the kicking of the kickball, soccer and the kicking and the kickball. It's 2 sports. Yeah, I'm regretting a lot of life choices this weekend.
But
I feel like
do you feel better? Do you feel better getting outside and exercising?
Bro, I'm so sunburnt that my bra and my t-shirt feel like sandpaper kissing my skin. My legs hurt so bad. I've sat in this chair. I will probably remain in this chair until I go to bed, even after we've hung up, because the thought of the standing up, and my computer will die approximately 20 minutes after we finish. So I will just be sitting here staring at a blank screen.
We have different priorities. If I were in your situation, if I were sunburnt to the point where wearing clothing made me uncomfortable, I would not be wearing any clothing right now.
I didn't think it appropriate to have my titties out. While our listeners can't see, you can.
I will avert my stare. I will not.
Tony just
you can sashay naked everywhere, and I'll just look away and pretend to not notice. And
covering your eyes with the palms of your hand. Please don't. Please no.
I came across this thing, and it made me think of you. Moving on. Let's be clear. We are moving on. Major League Pickleball is available for viewing on the streaming channels that you get for free. I did not watch it, but I was like, I wonder, you as a pickleball aficionado, if you would be interested in watching the Major League of Pickleball.
Here's the thing. When it comes to sports, one, we know I don't sports. Go team.
Yeah, you don't sports, but you've been sporting a lot.
Go red team. I am more of a real, a live action fan. I don't mind when I'm playing pickleball and I'm not in a game. I love watching. It's very exciting. It's very fun. I don't think I could sit and watch people I don't know play pickleball. Just the same way I can't watch football or baseball, or I can watch some soccer every now and then and some tennis, but not like a whole series, not even necessarily the whole match.
Our friend,
this is super exciting.
Our friend Damian from the Attempted Delivery podcast, he likes watching poker on TV. And I don't remember who the comedian is that makes the joke, but they make the joke about them playing poker and how it's a lot harder in person when you can't see the other person's cards. Because, they got the tiny little camera on the table where they lift up their cards and you can see the other person's cards. Well, yeah, I mean, poker's pretty easy then. But he brought me up in last week's Attempted Delivery episode he wants to go gambling with me. He wants me to teach him about gambling. But
I want you to teach me too.
You got to stay longer than, 12 hours next time.
Look, I got in there. We took care of business. I got back
out. Speaking of your journey, everything went smooth. I'm assuming you went back to New York City with no issues. You had a good time in New York City, and now you're back in Spain safely.
I popped up at Penn Station an hour and a half before the parade started. Pure chaos. I was the only person going the other direction.
Aha! Going upstream.
Yep. They'd closed off, was it Fulton Street? They closed off a few of the
big ones.
Because the train station was coming out right in the blocked off pods for viewing, where people had like reserved viewing. And people were like, nah, we got here.
That was the Barikwa Day parade, right?
That was the Knicks championship parade.
Oh, excuse me. Somebody else was celebrating, the Puerto Rican parade.
Yep, Puerto Rican Day, yep.
Yeah.
Was like, I think that was either the Tuesday or the Wednesday. It was either the day before when I got there, or the day that I came to your house.
It's a very funny thing about New York, because, I mean, New York City is obviously a large city, and everything happens in New York City, but at the same time, you may not know what's happening. Savannah, Georgia is one of the biggest St. Patrick's Day celebrations in the United States. It's a big deal. They turn the river green and big parades and just all of the hoopla that you would imagine you could do, of course, and the drinking. I think Boston's first. I think Savannah is second. But I remember one day, I didn't even realize it was St. Patrick's Day. I was working in Midtown. I come out of the train station, and the street's empty, and there's way more cops than I've ever seen before. And I remember just asking, I'm like, what's going on? And like, it's St. Patrick's Day parade. I was like, oh, okay, I got to get to work. So I walked to work, not even thinking it. The rest of the city operates completely as normal, but it was like Fifth Avenue. They shut down all the way so they could do their St. Patrick's Day parade.
It's kind of like, I imagine as a driver in New York, that's kind of crazy. As a non-driver in New York, that's kind of one of the most amazing parts about the city is if you don't have anywhere to be, specifically, if you don't have anywhere to be, you can just go out and you will stumble across something.
True.
Whether it's your thing or not, there is something happening in that. Even the impromptu soccer game at 4 a.m. in Times Square, you never know.
What's the big international food festival day?
Oh.
It takes up like 4 blocks, and it's all vendors from all different countries. And I have no idea how I stumbled across it, but I just found myself in the middle of it, and I was like, this is cool. Let me try some of this and try some of this, and those were the days when I was trying things.
When I was going to culinary school, I came out of school one day, and it's like right there at Winter Garden. So you come out at the New World Trade. Spring had sprung. I go out. There's a whole farmer's market there.
Just out of nowhere.
Just set up. There was like food trucks and all these, and I was like, what is happening? And they're like, oh yeah, this is the World Trade Farmers Market. Every spring it's here. I was like,
I didn't get the message.
Also, got some of the best vodka I've ever had.
Oh, you have my attention.
Yeah, they had a small distiller that was there, and they're like, yeah, this is the only place we sell outside of our like distribution circle. I was like, okay, well, tell me what you got. And it was all fantastic. It was great. Which is funny because there's still a bottle of it in the freezer there.
Oh, okay. It's chilled. Nice.
Yeah, and it's so smooth. I would just take it out of the freezer, have a little sip, and good to go.
We got some people that I wanted to point out this week. I'm going to start with this one. Our friend Lee, who I've mentioned is probably the coolest white woman I know. She is so cool. She has not been at work for a while. And she has such a genuinely awesome laugh that I noticed. I pop in to say hello to her, and I've just noticed over a period of time that she's not at work. I do a little digging, but no one really wants to tell you what's going on. But here's what I know. She's not 100% right now. She's going through it. She's going through it the best that she can. And I don't know if she still listens to us, but I want her to know, because I don't have her private phone numbers. I want her to know that I'm wishing her nothing but the best. And I can't wait for her to get back in the office, and that I miss her laugh. I think.
I'm going to hope that she wins the lottery.
And then take her away from me permanently? No!
I'm still going to wish that she wins the lottery. And then has all of the spare cash to have a Tony line only. One phone that's just for Tony.
Yes, it's got to be red, and it has no buttons on it. It's just you pick it up and it rings directly to me.
Yep.
And on the other end is just her laughing. Such a great, it's just such a great spirit.
You're still at work, sucker.
It's just such a great spirit.
Yes, I love this. I love this future for Lee.
Another one I wanted to talk about, because she said, do you mind if I listen to the show? No, I don't mind if you listen to the show. Her name is Amanda, but I believe she goes by Mandy. And I'm going to tell you what I think about Mandy. She just has youthful optimism, and it's so pretty to see. It's so pretty to see somebody that is youthfully optimistic. Now, she doesn't know that she works with a bunch of veterans. A bunch of hardened souls. We are all jaded she shows up. She's a new employee. She's genuinely just a sweetheart. And she is so nice to everyone she meets. This is a child that was well raised. And she has the optimism. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying the right thing, right?
Yeah.
That comes with youth. Everything's great. Everything's fine. Hi, how are you? Hello. She is just a jewel. She is a jewel. And I wonder how long it's going to take her.
Well, after she listens to this episode, she's going to know, I don't have to do that anymore.
Before the rest of us in our jaded ways start to rub off on her. Now, again, I am, yes, jaded. Got it. I am. But at work, I present a bubbly personality. I'm nice and polite because I no longer have to be the bad guy. I'm not the bad guy anymore. I'm a good guy now. And I try to embrace the role of being a good guy by being nice to everyone. And her niceness overtook my niceness. She was way nicer than me. So,
are you guys in a nice competition?
If
cinnamon rolls, Tony. Cinnamon rolls are the key to everyone's heart.
If we were in a niceness competition, I am sure Mandy would win. I wanted to share that because if she is listening, this is what you get. You say things and you do things, and we bring it up on the show. When I talk about things that we do on the show, I got a message recently like, hey, what happened to TuBuars? I haven't heard TuBuars in a long time. Did you guys kick her off the show? Was a question I received. And the answer was no. She's self-deported.
Yeah, we don't kick people off the show.
We don't. But she was excited to do her own podcast. And then that went by the wayside. And she was excited to do TuBuar's 2-minute drills. And then she stopped providing those. And then we find out she stopped listening to the show. So if you're concerned about anything that we do on the show, by all means, we ask you, bring it up, bring it to our attention. And we will answer your question. Now, I've already answered the question in a text. But I wanted to answer the question for anybody else out there that may have had the question and didn't send a text. So we talked about Lee, we talked about Mandy, we talked about TuBuars. I'm doing great on time. I've got a lot of things to talk about. Tegan, our friend Tegan, was at the JWTC.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yes, the Jungle Warfare Training Center in Okinawa, Japan. I am a graduate of JWTC. I know what she's going through, but at the same time, I think they may have made the course a little softer. Because
I have never done it. And I would like to just tell you all now, I would not be a graduate of it. From the few things I saw, I was like, I don't need to do that.
The thing is, she's at the Jungle Warfare Training Center, okay? And they stopped doing her training because of the rain.
Oh, that was a big storm, though.
Come on. It's the jungle, okay? When you're in the jungle doing warfare training at the Center for Jungle Warfare Training, rain you embrace. You don't, it's a little windy. It's a little rainy.
Well, we don't, if you get lost, if there's a situation in action, it's a tragedy and it's a situation in action. But there's no reason for a situation to happen in training when there could have been preventative measures.
You fight like you train like you fight.
No. How many helicopters have gone down this year? We need to get it together, okay?
Here's something you probably don't know. But there's this thing called triple canopy, okay? You got these, you're in the jungle, and it's daytime. But where you're at, it's dark. Because the leaves at the top make a canopy, and then below that is another canopy continuing to block the sunlight, and then there's another canopy hence the term triple canopy. By the time there's just very, very little sunlight in the deepest, darkest parts of the jungle, which also means torrential rain. It gets there, but it doesn't get there in a torrential way. It just kind of gets there.
It gets there via flooding, and that's the problem. It's the rivers that are cutting their way through those trees in a deluge.
In what common folk know as a foxhole, but they can't call them foxholes anymore because that's offensive to foxes. Now known as a fighting position. Inside, so you got a fighting position, and it's got to be dug to certain specifications. It's got to be X amount wide, X amount long. It's got to have a grenade sump. These are the things to make a proper fighting position. But we were in the jungle of Okinawa, and the rain was nonstop, and the fighting positions were just little man-made pools. They were filled with water. And I remember I'm doing a post check. I'm going along the lines, checking on the guys, and there were sailors inside the fighting positions filled with water. And I just, the common sense test, man. I'm like, what are you doing? He goes, we're defending our position, Chief. I was like, yeah, you're doing it wrong, okay? Get out of the water now. You come up with a different plan. If your fighting position is filled with water, it's no longer a fighting position. It's a puddle. It's not.
Nah, Chief, we're just peeing in it. We got a hot tub. I put some Epsom salts in. I'm having a soak.
I talk about that triple canopy jungle being so dark that at one point our lines did a 180. So Alpha Company and Charlie Company were in defensive positions pointed at one another. We found this out, unfortunately, because somebody in Alpha Company saw something over there in Charlie Company thinking it was the bad guy. They fired off, and then Charlie fired off, and then they got into a battle back and forth. It was training. It was just training. No one got hurt. It was just...
I thought we trained like we fight.
Look at you. Look at you throwing my words back at me. Aren't you so smart?
I got a joke. I'm done.
My new favorite thing is watching people's reactions who are convinced that they are right. They are hardcore now, and the names I'm going to mention, Beer Snob Dave and our friend Brandon, both smart guys, both guys I respect, but they say something and I'm like, I don't think that's right. And then they're adamant about it. Like, yes, this is 100% right. And I'm like, I don't think that's right. But they're adamant about it. So we go like everybody else who needs to settle an argument. And we go to the Google box. And their reaction when they find out they were wrong, there were two different reactions. Our friend Brandon finds out he is wrong, and then it seems to have hurt his own feelings. Like, I could have sworn I was right about that. I guess I was wrong. And he took it personal. Like, I felt bad for pointing out to him that he was wrong about the thing that he was so adamant about. Beer Snob Dave, on the other hand, deflects. He acknowledges that he's wrong, but he has a reason why he was wrong. He sent me the thing that made him believe what he believed, but down there in the fine print that you don't talk about at parties was the answer to the question. And I still don't think he's convinced. Speaking of Beer Snob Dave, I send my hearts out to him. He had to put his puppy down recently, and that hurts, man. That hurts still.
I can't.
Final thing I want to talk about in our We're Just Talking session. So that's what we do, folks. If you're listening for the first time, we just talk. We only talk on the show. And that makes for interesting conversations sometimes. Other times I have to drag her along with my anecdotes.
It's not my fault my life is boring and you're all living your best Harrisburg.
I'm sashaying myself around Harrisburg.
Yeah.
The question, that's a great one to tell you about. I got clipped. Somebody clipped me. I did the Warno on Friday and put that out, and somebody made a clip of what I did on the Warno and put that out. That gave me a sense of self-worth Thanks, Zach Jack. I appreciate it. Now, granted, the clip that got clipped, the piece that got clipped was me talking about Zach Jack and his RPMs being high, his reactions per minute while doing stand-up. And he enjoyed the compliment so much, he clipped me and then shared me without my permission. I'll just say.
Good job.
I'll end the wrap up. I'll end the get back together and talk session with this. How many songs do you know by Billy Joel? It's okay. Take as much time as you want. I'll be sure to edit out all the silence later.
I'm trying to think of I'm sure I know them.
Because Billy Joel's really famous for being a musician, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Name 3 songs by Billy Joel without cheating.
I can't.
Piano Man.
Okay, so that was my guess, but I was like, is that his name?
And he's singing to Davy, who's still in the Navy and probably will be for life. Yes, Piano Man. Allentown, because it's right around the corner, because I'm living here in Allentown. Got it.
Nope.
Yep. And Uptown Girl.
Uptown Girl.
Oh, she been living in a white man's... I don't know the words.
We've modernized. Those are 2 very different styles.
For a man who's had such a lengthy career in the music business, I can't name 5 Billy Joel songs. I can't. It blows my mind. And how this came up is Beer Snob Dave asked me for a favor. He needed to pull some music for an upcoming retirement ceremony. And the person who's retiring is a fan of Billy Joel. So he said him and his wife were listening to Billy Joel's catalog and they were suffering because they were listening to Billy Joel songs. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, every Billy Joel song I know is a hit. But I don't know that many.
I know 2.
And I started listening to the rest of his catalog. And I don't know how this man has survived, how he's been able to eat this long. Does he have another job? Does he have a day job and he only plays music on the weekends? How does this guy who's only made 3 songs that I can remember and an entire catalog of songs I've never heard before, how does he survive? Is he eating ramen noodles? What is he doing? Because he's not good.
Which is crazy too, because I'm pretty good with music.
Uh-huh.
I can remember a stupid number of songs.
I am also good with music, and I remember.
The brain is a playlist. Uh-huh. And you say Billy Joel, and I can't picture his face, but my first thought was Piano Man, but then I was like, is that him? Is
Definitely.
that the name that goes with that song? Because in my head, it's also or Steve Bond. You know what I mean?
Stephen Lynch.
I've probably heard Steve Bond play Piano Man more times than I've heard a recorded version of Billy Joel play Piano Man, to be fair. But yeah, I also wouldn't have guessed Uptown Girl because my guess would have been for Piano Man, and Uptown Girl and Piano Man don't sound...
They're completely different. Horatio Sands, I believe, is the guy that's leading the band in Step Brothers at the Catalina Wine Mixer. And he's doing a 1980s Billy Joel's cover band. And somebody shouts out a song to play by Billy Joel, and he has to remind the audience, we only do songs from the 80s, which is the Uptown Girls styled songs, not Allentown, not Piano Man. I feel like I should... there's another one where he sings really fast, and he says a whole bunch of words that no one can remember. We didn't start the fire. That's a Billy Joel song. Oh. Yeah. We didn't start the fire. So I know 4.
It was always burning since the world's been turning.
Yes.
We didn't start the fire.
Look at you go.
Yeah. No, the brain is a playlist.
So 4 songs I can name by Billy Joel. For a man who's been doing music professionally for 50 years.
I can even see the music video for We Didn't Start the Fire in my head, but no face.
This came up during the supplemental. What was the very first music video played on MTV?
Oh, give me just 1 second.
She's not cheating. She's thinking. There's a difference. Hands up, don't shoot. What was the very first video played on...
Was it I Want My MTV?
No. It was by the Buggles.
By the who?
The Buggles. Video killed the radio star. Yep,
It's in my mind and it's in my car. We can't rewind, we've gone too far. Oh.
I love it when you're in a melodious mood.
Yeah, I like the music.
I apologize. That wasn't the last thing I needed to talk about. I wrote the note, but didn't remember why I wrote the note. And now as I check off my things to talk about, I have the note. Sorry, I'll cut that out. I hate when I hit the microphone with my hand because I talk too much with my hands. Because you're not here. You're not here and I can talk with my hands again. You wanted me to get a billboard in Times Square. Because we have access to billboards all across the world, I pay a little bit of money to have us featured on billboards so that people can see advertisements for the show, and hopefully we get a listener or two. That's always nice. I pay, on average, 6 centavos, 6 per play. So I will run them for hours at a time. I will run them usually Saturday and Sundays from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on the Valley Bistro billboards. But you asked me to see if I could get the New York Times one, New York's Times Square billboard. Do you want to guess? Just take a wild guess on what the per play amount is for a billboard in Times Square?
Since you didn't do it, I am assuming it is in the thousands.
It quickly can get into the thousands. It's $21 a play. I pay 6 cents.
Yeah, that's a lot of ball hairs.
That is an incredible markup. Even if I could only get it to show one time, you would have had to be there perfectly. Yeah, $21 for 6 seconds.
All right, I'm going to start saving some money. So the next time I go, you have to go. We're going to dump all our money into one play. And we're going to just
stand there and wait for that.
Be ready. It's us.
Yeah, that is the highest priced billboard I've ever seen anywhere. And I do a lot of billboard shopping. If you're a listener and you want to see the billboard and you have a billboard that's near you, send me the location of the billboard and I'll try to get us up there too. That is all of the things I had set aside to specifically talk about. I think now would be a good time to move into what we would call our regular segments. It's time to talk about cooking.
And tonight proved one thing. You know, all.
She is a chef. She prepares food. I am a rank amateur. I make food. She prepares it. I make it. She's a foodie. I'm a fatty. This is the segment where we talk about food. So, Chef Chick Brew, now that you've been back for a little bit, the last major thing you did was cupcakes. Have you done anything as of new?
I woke up very early this morning.
Okay.
Put a little roast on the smoker.
Oh, yeah.
It was a comedy bear. Actually, came out better than any of the other ones I've done. But it was a comedy of errors. The rub that I like to use, I thought, and I've been trying to go through my spices, right? Because what'll happen is I don't think I have enough, so I buy another one. And
of course.
But you had 3.
Yeah.
So the rule has been don't buy anything. We've got it. And if we don't have it, we have enough to figure it out, type of thing. But the rub that I really like to use, the jalapeno cherry. I didn't have it.
I like the sound of that.
It's very good. And then that made me very sad. But I did have some Stubbs pork rub, and I was like, that'll do.
That'll do, pig.
I patted it all on. I put it in the refrigerator so it could do its refrigeration thing last night. And then this morning, fired the smoker up, got it rolling, put the bad boy on. Everything was going perfect. I was like, I got 30 minutes until I need to take it off and wrap it with the beef stock. And I go to where I keep all of my foil and things, and there's 8 boxes of saran wrap, 3 boxes of parchment paper, 1 box of foil. I grab it already. Immediately. I knew. Look, if you use the foil to the point where the next part is the glued part, you should be purchasing more foil at that point. That's not what happened in my household. So I was like, well, I've got 30 minutes to get to the commissary to buy foil. And of course, it's not quite 10 o'clock. So I get to the commissary and I'm waiting very patiently at the door.
But at the same time, your meat is resting.
Well, it was still smoking. It was still like, I still had time on the clock. I get the things I need. I come home. As soon as the gate closes and the car is in park, done. I was like, I nailed it.
You're a little proud of yourself there.
Yeah. So I start getting the foil ready. I got it. It looked beautiful.
I feel like this is a new TV show waiting to happen. Instead of Gordon Ramsay yelling at people like a key ingredient is missing and you don't let the contestant find out what the missing ingredient is until they got 30 minutes left on the timer. That execute.
It should just be minor inconvenience for other people, disaster for me. So
why go all the way to the base? You live near other places that sell aluminum foil.
But you know what they don't sell? Viva paper towels. The ones that are the cloth. Those are my favorite. And if I was going to get one, I should be going to get the other because
Viva paper towels.
Those are the best paper towels.
I have no care in the world about what type of paper towel I use.
No, it's the best.
Now, let's see if we can help out some listeners. Talk to me about pizza dough.
It's a fermented dough.
Okay. Let's start from the basics. Here's what I know. When I was in the pizza making business, I didn't make the dough. Somebody else made the dough. I proofed the dough. I beat up the dough. I made the pie. That's what I did. But somebody else made the dough. And in the ingredients, I would always see salmonella or semolina. Semolina. Yeah.
Semolina flour.
Yes.
It's a corn flour.
It's a corn flour, and
Pretty sure it's a corn flour.
Yes.
It's like a meal.
So, but it's also coarse.
Yeah, it's like a meal. It's
yes.
Yeah.
So someone asked me recently, how do they make a dough in Italy? And I'm like, I don't know, semolina. They use the semolina, not realizing that that's not necessarily true. Because the person, our friend Brandon, who's a bread guy, he likes making the breads. He's a big fan of making bread. Good for him. And he also has an amazing pizza oven. Oh, did you make that in your pizza oven? And he's just having some time figuring out how to make the pizzas perfect. And he asked me, what do we use? And all I remember, again, not the guy that made the dough, just the guy that beat the dough, was I remember seeing semolina. I remember seeing that.
Yeah.
But apparently you can't use semolina to make pizza. You can incorporate some 20%, 30% of semolina into your all-purpose or your bread flour. But you can't do it with just semolina because it's too coarse and it's too it's just not good for pizza making.
It would be crumbly.
It wouldn't be good.
Yeah. There would be no chew. The best part about pizza dough is the chew.
So tell me, if I asked you to make me some pizza dough, how would you do it?
Well, with flour and water. Well, no, probably oil, right?
Oil?
Yeah, oil, hot water, yeast, sugar. It's a fermented dough. And then, so like for when we made pizza at school,
yes,
we, especially like when we put them in the oven, the pizza oven.
Yes.
We put the semolina flour on the bottom.
On the peel.
On the bottom of the dough.
Okay.
So then when we put the under, it slid under much easier.
Pretty sure.
The high five.
Pretty sure that's called the peel.
The high five paddle.
Yes, the peel.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's the official name. I know that's what we always called that. That was the peel. You peeled it off of the wood baked oven. I wish I had more pizza dough making. So pizza dough is leavened? Is it leavened? It uses yeast, but like
because it's a.
But pasta dough does not.
No,
pasta dough is your traditional. Take a good old cup of flour, throw it on the table, dig out a little hole in the center, bust an egg open in the middle of it, and work it.
Yeah.
Work it, girl.
Couple girl. Work it, girl. Give it, girl. We are a playlist today. Let's go.
All right. Well, I guess that takes up everything when we talk about food. We definitely talked about food.
Well, I think you should try to make a pizza crust. I think you should do it.
It's funny because on the grill, and my grill gets really hot, I've got a stone. I got a pizza stone. So that gives you the effect of a pizza grill. No, I don't need, I am showing her, which you can't see, ladies and gentlemen, I am showing her my index finger and my thumb just being so close together, but there's still a gap. I am this close to breaking another threshold in my weight loss journey. I am this freaking close, which would be nice to be the next level before we go on vacation and I put it all back on.
Oh, wait, hold on a second.
Yes?
You know my Ninja wood fire grill that I love so much?
You do love it so much.
Also, a pizza oven. I think all I would need to do is get the flat surface.
I thought it came with a flat surface. I thought it...
No, it comes with a grill. It's like a little tray that pops in. The one I have is a grill, but they have one that's like a Blackstone, like a flat top.
I thought that was the thing. I thought that was why you got a Ninja, because it had a flat top. You could do the whole teppanyaki thing right there with your stove, your little grill thingy.
No, you can. I don't use it for that. And I didn't really think about this pizza thing until just... Or you could just use a piece of parchment paper or a pizza stone if you have one. All right, well, I will be probably trying to make some pizzas here soon.
I can't wait to see. Do it with the glasses that you were wearing at the beginning of today's taping, which was strange.
Yeah, your voice started coming out of the glasses instead of the computer, and then I didn't know if it was going to affect my levels, so I took them off.
Oh, that may make a difference. I mean, that's like having a microphone.
It is.
Huh? Well, maybe we'll find out next time. Moving on.
The book of everything. One of everything. One of everything. One of everything. The book of everything. One of everything. The book of everything.
Yeah, every week we go into the book of everything. A book of everything is a whole bunch of strange, unusual, and interesting facts. We pull one at random, and then we challenge you, the listener, specifically you, Mike. We challenge you, the listener, to try and use this fact at some point throughout the week. This week's fact from the book of everything. National treasure, John Cleese. One of the founding members of Monty Python's Flying Circus. He's been in everything. If you know who John Cleese is, you know what I'm talking about. His father's surname was Cheese.
What?
Yes, Cleese grew up 10 miles from Cheddar, and his best friend at school was named Barney Butter. His father's name was Cheese, he lived near Cheddar, and he had a buddy named Butter. National treasure, John Cleese. Find a way to put that into your week from the book of everything.
I probably would have stuck with the original name.
John Cheese. Now, only if your name is Richard. Hey everybody, it's T-Bone. Did you know you can listen to the Lunsby Show on the iHeartRadio app? The team at iHeartRadio has created 2 new features on the app. You can now auto-download to your device and be notified whenever new episodes are released, all for free using the iHeartRadio app. And you can listen to the Lunsby Show from anywhere. iHeartRadio. Discover music, radio, and podcasts you'll love. We taped last week's episode live together.
Yeah.
Which means we may have forgotten some things. One of the things we forgot, apparently last week, was to come out with a question of the week. We did not have a question of the week. So we don't have responses from the audience for this week's question of the week. But my favorite hair and makeup person, Miss Heena, she took care of me yesterday. She went to a thing yesterday and I asked her, is it a potluck? And she said, no, it's not a potluck. But I am curious, and this is what I believe should be our question of the week. If you were invited to a potluck, what is the thing you are bringing? Now, we've had a lot of fun with our questions of the week as of late. You know why? Because we don't ask you to tell us. We ask you to let us imagine what you're thinking because you took a photo or you used a picture that you found somewhere on the internets. So that's the question of the week. If you were invited to a potluck, what would you bring? Now try to tell us your answers without using words.
Words are hard.
So many words. Hey, you got any news for me?
I do.
Oh, I can't wait.
And now it is time for headlines from around the globe.
Every week, she brings me a headline. Somewhere in the ether, something happened, and I've done a good job this week of trying to stay off the news. because I've been busy doing work stuff. So she pulls a headline, and then it is my job to mine that headline for some type of entertainment or informational value. I fail frequently, but I try diligently. I came up with an ad for the midgets of Wrestling All-Stars that they did, and I off the cuff came up with these are little people with giant personalities or giant performances. I don't know what I ever did on that time. It was really well done. Yeah, I hope the midgets of Wrestling All-Stars hear that and then compliment me on my use of little people in the midgets of wrestling. Anyway, do you have a headline for me?
Yep. A giraffe named Grace escaped in Texas. No one seems to be able to find her.
One of the funniest things I've seen as of late is Europeans that come to America for the first time. And they are experiencing an America that they did not understand. So is it true that most Americans don't have a passport? Absolutely. Is it true that most Americans never leave the country? Yeah, those are facts. It's true. But do you know why? Why is because
Blanche, apparently.
Why is because we have 50 different states, and where
I'm gonna see my last state in 2 years.
What is your last state?
Alaska.
And then you've already got it planned for 2 years from now.
2 years from now, so I just have to live that long.
Are you doing a cruise?
Yeah, I've never been on a cruise either.
Oh my goodness. Well, there's no better way to vacation. There's no better way to vacation than... Here's what I tell people. For less than $100 per day per person, you have a hotel room that feeds you, entertains you, and takes you places. It's a good time. It's a good time.
I'm excited.
I am also excited for you.
Grace the giraffe.
There was a great AFN commercial years ago that basically it was quoting one of the more famous authors in America, and it said, out of all of the places that you must visit Alaska last, so that nothing will pale in comparison to what you are going to see. So anyway, and that goes back to the heart of my story. We have 50 states. All of them are unique in their own special way. What you see in Maine is not what you're going to see in California. What you see in California is not what you're going to see in Omaha, and Omaha is not Florida, and Florida is not Louisiana, and Louisiana ain't Texas. But it kind of is, because there's a
little bit of all that in
Texas is so big. Texas is so big, it's got everything from the West Coast with the mountains and the deserts to the East Coast with the wetlands and the bayous, and you got everything in Texas, to include, for some strange reason, giraffes.
Yeah, which is like wild. I think, I do love a good animal on the loose story. Anyone who's listened knows that if there's an animal on the loose, we're talking about it. I did not have giraffe.
On your bingo card?
Yeah, I just didn't think that, because I feel like its head would just be right there. Bear, meh.
Well, the thing about Texas, number one, Texas private ownership of tigers is greater than all of the tigers in existence. There's a lot of people with home tigers and apparently home giraffes. And these private ranches, which are huge, you can't, hey, we're forming up a posse to go look for the missing giraffe.
Do you have Grace? Have you seen Grace?
We'd like
She's about this tall.
We'd like to scour your land to look for this missing giraffe.
Legs for days.
But you also said it was a baby giraffe, right? It's a baby giraffe.
No, it's a biggin.
It's a biggin?
It's a biggin. It's a chunker.
Well, there's a lot.
That's someone's pet now. No, you're right.
There's a lot of places to hide in Texas. And it's a big old, wide old open area. And eventually someone will either capture it or kill it.
Yeah, I will just never forget sitting on I-35 in San Antonio, Texas, calling my mom to say, hey, there's traffic, and then seeing two racehorses, gorgeous racehorses who had escaped the racetrack, running down the lanes of I-35. That's why there was traffic.
I'm pretty sure I was on 10, and I had just gotten into the west part of Texas. So easiest directions I ever followed in my life was going from Port Hueneme, California to Kings Bay, Georgia. Take the 10 down, take the 5 down to the 10, turn left. Take the 10 to 95, turn left, it'll be on your right-hand side. Those are really accurate directions. But I remember I got into El Paso at like 4 in the morning, and there's a military base there, Fort Hood, I think. Bliss, Fort Bliss. I drove on base.
It is clean.
I took a rapid nap, and then I got back on the road not much later. And for the next 16 hours, I was in Texas. But I came across a sign that said, "Warning, emus crossing."
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And that blew my mind. I could not understand how and when emus became wild creatures in America.
Well, I had a friend who, growing up, Clayton Gray, they had an emu farm.
Did they get away often? Did they escape a lot? I don't know. I don't know why there would be a sign on the highway.
Have you ever seen an emu egg? They're like the prettiest shade of green.
Really?
Yeah, they're like a deep teal. Actually, like the same color as the guest room in my house. They're here.
What do they taste like? Oh yeah, look at that. It looks like an avocado.
Yeah, they're gorgeous.
And they taste like what?
Apparently they taste like regular eggs. I don't like eggs, so I'm not.
You are not a fan of the pre-chicken.
Yeah, like I'm not pre or post. I don't care. Yeah, they're larger, so you're telling me I have to eat even more of something I don't like. It's going to be a no for me.
Well, what about quail eggs?
That's an appropriate size egg. Still tastes disgusting, but you can get it down in one bite. I ate the egg,
Hey, do you have another headline for me?
I do, and this one is right up your alley.
Oh, I can't wait.
Guinness crowns Canberra town crier as the world's loudest person at 122.4 decibels.
Now, in order
to beat him.
In order to get 122 decibels, you must really train your voice. That you're talking loud. That is a different kind of loud. That I am loud by nature, but I'm not really. I am hard of hearing, and that's why I'm loud. I can't hear myself, so I project my voice in a loud way, and a lot of people think I'm yelling. And I have to, especially early on in a new relationship with people that I work with or meet or whatever it is, I have to explain to them early on. I know it's going to sound like I'm yelling at you. I just can't hear myself talk, so I'm loud. Please forgive me. And I suck at keeping secrets because I can't whisper. Hey, Tony, don't tell anybody. Yeah, I won't tell anybody, Bob. Whatever. Hey, did you hear what Bob said? No, I can't whisper. I have no inner monologue. No, I do. So this guy is in a competition to be the loudest person. And he pops out at 122 decibels, which is louder than a 9mm pistol. I do this whole thing on acoustics. It's very funny that we came across this thing. We all know what to do in the event of an active shooter, right? There's 3 things that you're supposed to do. 1 is
run.
2 is
hide.
And 3 is
hide better.
Yeah, run, hide, fight is what Homeland Security says that we do. You run, and if you can't run, then you hide, and if all else fails, you fight. That's what they say. But what they don't tell you, and we realize doing large-scale exercises, is that the people nearest the gunshots run away from the gunshots, but pass by a bunch of people who haven't heard the gunshots and they don't tell them. We found that to be true. And part of that was me explaining the acoustics of how loud a gunshot is, about 90 decibels. And old boy here's doing 122. At about 90 decibels up at the front desk, you get the buffering and you get the distance and the deflation, and 50 yards into the building, you never heard it.
Yeah.
But those people running by you could save your life by saying, help, I need a ambulance. There's a guy out there shooting. And Tony's dead, by the way, because I live outside the safety zone. I am the first one to eat it. And there is no running. There is no hiding. There may be a little fight left in me.
My dog, small dog,
Yes. Sassy boy Granger.
Yes, I get constant loud noise alerts. Barking. He comes in at 102, and I will tell you, it's awful.
102 is loud. That's like lawnmower loud.
Have to get 20 more.
Getting DBs is not easy.
No.
I think I have something here that if I do this right now, I think that would freak out the wife. Sound, I'm just checking real quick. I have a sound meter right here. If I were to give you my loudest, in normal speaking, and of course you're hearing a turned down version of me, I have the volume turned down so you don't hear full blast me, but me talking right now, I am averaging 72 dBs. That's me just averaging.
Just your normal voice.
Just my normal voice. Now, let's try this this should be good. I have no idea why. I must have had this on my phone when I was teaching that class. 10 dBs is breathing. And my whisper is 55 dBs. I max out at 73, but when the boss isn't around and when me shouting wouldn't freak her out, I will run a test on the DB machine here and see if I can get above 100. I'm pretty sure.
You're gonna have to maybe do it like in the car while you're driving so you don't scare your neighbors.
Yes, yeah, I can see that, but
I can tell you a funny story about me yelling.
Tell me a funny story about you yelling while I am just fascinated with the numbers that I'm putting up over here.
So I made some weird choices, right, with my trip. 3 days of travel, 4 days on vacation. Not a great ratio. Well-rested Christina agreed to pick up a friend from the airport the day after I got back, which was fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. Got out of work at 6, straight to the airport. At some point, like between work and the airport, I decided I was having a temper tantrum. You know, you're so tired. My body was restless. I was now sitting down again after sitting on a lot of airplanes and sitting in airports and sitting at work. My legs were like, I put the car in autopilot. I have no hand. And I'm just screaming, just straight, like, into nothing. Thinking I'm safe because
sometimes you gotta let it out.
No one is around me.
The car told on you, didn't it?
Only to look over.
Oh, no.
And there's Abuela looking at this American who has no hands on the wheel and is just screaming. Not even words, just screaming straight into space. And I felt better. I felt much better afterwards.
I gotta admit, scream therapy is real.
Yeah.
And we've talked about this in an episode not too long ago. I was using my knockoff Samsung, my fake Samsung phone, and then the GPS didn't work, and it kept telling me I was in a place that I wasn't in, and I wasn't where I was supposed to be. And I let loose, man. I'm just screaming to no end inside the Volvo, and people on the outside can't hear me. But when I was done letting it out, I felt better. You feel better. Sometimes, as Jamie Foxx used to say, you gotta blow that it out.
My mom has always been a huge advocate for the primal scream. She's like, just go put your face in the pillow and scream. You'll be okay.
Just let it go. Yes.
Just let it go. And it's not like, we talk about like all different kinds of like, oh, you gotta do the breathing and get the massage and do this.
And
do
rub
that.
your earlobes and say goose fraba.
It feels so nice. It feels nice. You know, but like, no one really talks about the just put your face in the pillow and scream, because it is so cathartic. You should just do it at least once just to see how it feels.
My friend RJ will remember this series of jokes that I'm not going to tell now. I can't, but a pillow biter is definitely one of the terms that I came up with in that joke. And that is how we end. This will not be the name of the episode. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for listening. As always, thanks for listening, and thanks for continuing to listen. We know it can be hard to listen sometimes. Anyway, I remind you today, as I remind you every day, today. Just be the best person that you can be. And if you were a great person today, be an even better person tomorrow.
And don't forget that you are loved.
Thank you for listening to T-Bone and Chick Brew. If you enjoyed that show, you should check out the Darrell McClain Show, independent media that won't reinforce tribalism. We have one planet and nobody's leaving, so let's reason together. You can find the Darrell McClain Show at the same place you actually listen to this show. Give it a shot.